All right, NWCA wrestling fans, time for another magazine review. Wrestling Annual for 1973 Victory Sports Series, along with The Wrestler and Inside Wrestling. They put out a bunch of these magazines, special sports series magazines, etc. This is a great one. The Fans' Bloodiest Guides to Matches. And let's settle this once and for all. Which region has the best wrestlers? Well, let's just find out. Let's go and see what we got here. Official wrestling ratings. Here's what's happening, baby. Yours. Identify these famous wrestlers. The Fans' Guide to the Wrestling's Bloodiest Matches. Stars of the Northeast, Southwest, Midwest, Southwest, Far West, and of Canada. Of course, everyone who knows these magazines remembers these great 8-track or cassette offer. And actually, there was 16 songs on each tape. So that's like 1955 to 1971. Pretty cool music there. Here's the official ratings from this time of 1973. Pedro Morales, Vern Gagne, of course, Dory Funk Jr. Look at some of the guys that are wrestling here. King Curtis, Moondog Mayne was in the WWF. Interesting mix of guys in the AWA. Guys who held a title belt in the AWA. Vern Gagne, Billy Graham, Crusher, Dusty Rhodes, not too bad. Carl Von Schatz and Kurt Von Hess. For Paige Von Hess, there we go. Her dad, number 2 in the tag teams right now. The Duke brothers, Canadians, the Fargo brothers, one of my favorite tag teams of all time. And the Sheik, Terry Funk, Dory Funk, and a whole pile of other guys there. Any 15 records for $1.97. Here's what's happening, baby. Blassie and Jerry Briscoe. Carpentier and Bobo doing a coco bonk into George Cannon's belly, which is kind of interesting. Can you identify these stars? We got 10 guys there, and they're pretty easy to figure out, especially these two guys. Well, this guy, they're all easy to figure out. I like this picture of Mighty Igor. Pretty cool. Back issues. Fans' Bloodiest Guides to the Matches. Blassie, Duncan, and Terry Funk. Stars of the Northeast. New York, Pittsburgh, Philly, Baltimore, Boston, and Albany. We got Bruno versus Pedro at the Shea. Gorilla Monsoon. The ladies finally invented and got into at Madison Square Garden. Waldo Von Erich, Victor Rivera, and King Curtis. Spoiler without a mask. Same time as Mascaras was allowed it in Madison Square Gardens, and he had a mask. Sonny King, Firpo and Morales. Great feud in the Northeast. Strongbow and Valiant. There's Bruno. Let's see, come to head here. Tony Parisi, great Canadian. Heenan and Louis Martinez. Danucci. Stars of the Southeast. Atlanta, Tampa, Charlotte, Jacksonville, Greensboro, and Louisville. Our favorite wrestler, Paul Jones. Rip Hawk and Sweet Hansen. Young Mike Graham. Bob Kelly, Canadian guy, I think. Bobby Shane. Mark Lewin. Boris Malenko. Gorgeous George here. Buddy Colt. Jerry Jarrett. Argentina Paulo. Sounds like we've already had. Briscoe, Fabulous Kangaroos. Royal Kangaroos, sorry. And what do we got here? Jack Briscoe. Stars of the Midwest. Just recently, unfortunately, departed Johnny Powers, Firpo, Sheik, and McDaniels. Great picture here. I love this one picture. These cops are all smiling. Fargo, McDaniel, that was from the big Cleveland show that Johnny Powers put on. Superstar Billy Graham when he was in the AWA. Sheik and Igor. Texas Outlaws when they were wrestling in the Midwest. Johnny Powers. Billy Robinson and Bobby Heenan there. Ivan Koloff looking massive. And Dirty Dusty Rhodes. And a nice young picture of Don Morocco. Stars of the Southwest: Houston, Amarillo, Tulsa, Oklahoma City, Dallas, Lubbock, and Albuquerque. You know all these guys. Chris Colt and Bob Ellis, Terry Funk, Johnny Valiant. There they are, the Fargos. Lord Alfred Hayes and Dory Jr. Mr. Wrestling, I think that's Tim Woods. I'm not sure. I think that is. Fargos again. Harley Race. The father of Jay Youngblood. Ricky Romero. And Dory Funk Sr. And Cyclone Negro. And that battle that went like 17,000 falls. Stars of the Far West: L.A., San Fran, Portland, Seattle, Modesto, and Tacoma. John Tolis, Victor Rivera. Cool. Sorry. Kowalski and some Canadians here, right? Kowalski and Tolis. Ray Stevens and Big Bill Miller, sorry. There's the Bombs Away. Ernie Ladd, Kenji Shibuya, and the Fake Sheik, the great Misfetso. Not the Fake Sheik, just another guy who did the persona back in the day. Mil Mascaris, nice arm drag, like that. Red Bastien and Mad Dog Vachon. Paul DeMarco, Canadian. Lars Anderson, Pepper Gomez. The Black Gordman and the Great Goliath. Great tag team on the West Coast. And cool Battle Royal. Stars of Canada: Toronto, Edmonton, Vancouver, and Calgary. Abby, Gene Kiniski, Carpentier, and Vachon. We've got some great pictures there of Andre the Giant, Tarzan Tyler, and Don Leo Jonathan, and Andre the Giant. Another one there. Of course, that ties in with our latest Montreal NWCA podcast. Carpentier doing the backflip on Von Raschke and jumping off the top rope onto Gilles Lafiche Poisson. The McGuire Twins and Haystack Calhouns in the eastern provinces of Canada. Don Leo again and Reggie Parks. Kiniski and the Beast with his manager Martino Angelo. That picture's taken in Toronto. Dutch Savage. Another picture. Abby and Johnny Rougeau. And Freddie Blassie and Don Carson. A fan comes to the rescue of Gorilla Monsoon. Of course, blood flows where the Sheik and Bobo Brazil were involved. Great picture of Abby being choked. By Ernie Ladd, it says. So can you identify these stars? Siki, Dory, Lou, Curtis, Cyclone Negro, Freddie Blassie, Igor, Red Bastien, Lanza, and Mulligan. And then we got, this is an interesting one. Tom Pousse was a midget wrestler and attacked by Teddy the Bear. I think this is a French bear from Montreal, Montreal area. O'Connor and Rogers. Kiniski again with, and I'm pretty sure with that brush cut, that's Wilbur Snyder. Yeah, like I know everything. Another shot from Toronto's Maple Leaf Gardens, Furpo and the Sheik with Tiger Tasker. Jacques Rougeau Sr. and Raymond Rougeau, Yvon Robert, Joe LeDuc, and Jeff Ports, whose son Scott wrestled also in the AWA. Vachon, Strongbow, Strongbow was so popular at this time. And the amazing Love Doll, yeah. The insult that made a man out of Mac was not because he couldn't perform with his Love Doll. Anyways, that's it for this edition. NWCA Podcast Magazine Review. Wes, I'm out of here.